Hey everyone. Okay, so as we were doing the chapter number third, ruling the countryside of your class 8 history, so we are going to pursue that chapter by beginning this topic, crops for Europe. Okay, so in this topic, we will get to know about what a thinking of Britishers that at this time Britishers were thinking that they should also get crops from India, which is on demand in Europe. Okay, to trade in Europe. All right. So, I gave you an overview of this topic, but before beginning this topic, I want to tell you that please comment down if you have any query, any question, any doubt, because I'm going to clear them as soon as possible. And also, please mention your any views or opinions or suggestions so that I can improve or you know get better in my videos. Okay, so let's begin this topic without wasting time. So, as I told you, that Britishers were thinking that they should also get crops from India in spite of only getting revenue from India. Okay, so they started opium and indigo. So let me tell you, opium and indigo are the two plants were quite on demand in Europe. Okay, so they thought that why don't they grow opium and indigo in India so that they could have a better trade in Europe, right? So let me show you the pictures of those plants. So it is opium and this is indigo. All right. So here this opium is also known as poppy plant in most parts of the world, and people uses for removing the addiction of drugs and all. This can be also used for medicine. It's a medicine plant also. And secondly, it also enhance the beauty of your garlands or gardens. That is why it is also on demand in Europe. Now, the second thing comes indigo. So, as we have already know about a little idea of indigo, we also consider indigo as in our colors. So, actually, indigo is a color which is produced by indigo plant, which is on the screen. So, from this plant, indigo color get produced. Now, here it comes that in most of the parts of the India, they started forcing the cultivators, means the peasants, to grow the crops what they are asking for, as they in lot of parts like in Assam, Bengal, UP, Punjab, Maharashtra, Madras, in all of these states they started forcing the cultivators to grow what they are asking for, what they says. So here is the list of crops and the countries and the states. Just a minute. So here the first state and crop comes, that in Assam tea was forced to grow, means they asked tea they asked the peasants to grow tea in Assam. Now the next state comes West Bengal. They asked the West Bengal peasants to grow jute and force them. And also here comes United Provinces. In your book, United Provinces term is mentioned. Let me tell you, Uttar Pradesh was before known as United Provinces. Why? Because at that time Uttar Pradesh was divided into very small provinces, very small provinces, Meerut, Jhansi, and all. It was all divided in very smaller provinces. That is why in a group of these small provinces, the whole group of these small provinces were known as United Provinces, as they got united in that. Okay, so Uttar Pradesh peasants were asked to grow sugarcane. Then Punjab peasants were asked to grow wheat as well as cotton, and Maharashtra peasants were asked to grow cotton, and the last, Madras peasants were asked to grow rice. Here, Tamil Nadu is mentioned. At that time, Madras constituted Kerala also and Karnataka also, and most of the southern parts of India. Okay, that is it in this topic. I hope you got this topic, and if you got this topic, then please comment down what you liked in it, what you don't like, what are your views on this topic, and please share it with me. And thank you. Have a good day. Bye.